weekend, the US Navy ordered to stop any ships heading for Iranian ports.
Oil prices are now surging ahead of the midnight deadline. Once again, the US president is dialing up the tough talk. He's even taken a shot at the Pope before bizarrely depicting himself as Jesus Christ.
Back in Washington and back to threatening Iran.
Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. We will not have. There is no way.
A major sticking point that derailed peace talks in Pakistan, prompting a big escalation from the US president today. Posting on social media, the United States Navy will begin the process of blockading any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz. US forces later clarifying only vessels travelling to and from Iranian ports will be impacted.
He's turning up the heat by saying, you Iranians, you also will not get your oil onto the global market.
Cutting off a major source of revenue for Tehran.
We tried diplomacy, we've tried military actions, and now he's tightening the noose with economic actions.
A move that's already sent stocks tumbling and oil prices surging.
I don't understand how blockading the strait is going to somehow push the Iranians into opening it.
Iran dismissing the threats as natural for a defeated president. The commander-in-chief declaring the shaky ceasefire is holding well, as he now considers resuming strikes on Iran's power plants and bridges. We are fully locked and loaded, and our military will finish up the little that is left of Iran. Confident Tehran will be brought to heel.
I think Iran is in very bad shape.
Earlier today, predicting the regime would come back to the negotiating table. But now,
I don't care if they come back or not. If they don't come back, I'm fine.
turning his fury towards one of the biggest critics of this conflict.
He's a man that doesn't think that we should be toying with a country that wants a nuclear weapon so they can blow up the world. I'm not a fan of Popleo.
Blasting the American pontiff's pleas for peace, then sharing an AI image of himself as Jesus. In the United States, Rob Scott, 7 News.
Of the Strait of Hormuz is casting a cloud over whether Australia will play a part in its reopening. Political editor Mark Riley is live in Canberra. Mark, it's a big challenge for a new look Defence Force.
It sure is, Ange. Donald Trump has criticised Australia more than once for not joining his war in Iran or contributing to naval activities in the Strait of Hormuz. And while Anthony Albanese wants to see the strait reopened and freedom of navigation return, he isn't signalling any naval involvement by us at this stage, as he unveils major changes among the military's top brass. Getting into line with his new defence leadership line-up. New faces at the top to face a new era of instability. Chief of the Defence Force, Admiral David Johnson, to be replaced by Head of Navy Vice Admiral Mark Hammond, a career sailor.
He has literally gone from scrubbing decks to, in July, becoming the Chief of the Defence Force.
And Lieutenant Susan Coyle, the new Chief of Army, smashing the military's brass ceiling.
The first woman in our nation's history to command the Australian Army.
And the first woman to command any of the three services.
It is a deeply historic moment, one that should be noted.
I'm surprised we haven't had a female Chief of Service to date. Many well-credentialed women have not had that opportunity.
Rear Admiral Matthew Buckley completing the lineup as the new Chief of Navy. Vice Admiral Hammond, a submariner and prime supporter of AUKUS, torpedoing criticism that with just 7 frigates and 3 destroyers, the Navy's war posture is too weak to play a role in the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz.
The Navy is as ready as it ever has been.
Australia is joining international talks on the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, but the government maintains it's had no formal request to play an active part in it, or in what Donald Trump now calls a blockade. But if Australia's naval forces are requested,
Are they capable of performing the mission, as Admiral Johnson said last week? Absolutely.
though perhaps this slip of the tongue
in the Royal Australian Navy
suggests the government's a little nervy about going there. Mark Riley, 7 News.